A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky. Mind you, getting her knocked up because she's currently pregnant, not even married to her. They've been together since 2017.
Oh.
And has yet to put a ring on her finger.
Corny.
So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see what Santa he chooses.
Why did you hold the? And we got a little mixed baby over here. Why'd you hold his head like that? That was that.
We got a black Santa,
and I have the white ones.
And let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Hello, and welcome back to another episode here on the Bridge Reacts, and I'm your host here on the channel, Marcus. Thank you for stopping by to see another episode here on the Bridge Reacts, where we're talking about good things, we're talking about great things, we're talking about positive things as well. We're trying to decrease the divorce rate, add into long-lasting relationships and marriages, literally bridging the gap between men and women, and building up that community, building up that trust, and that, you know, that family unit. That's what we're here for, the nuclear family, and just trying to be better people, better working class, better strong working force. If you like what we talk about here on the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell as well. Welcome to the channel. Today's topic, we're talking about something a little bit different. Instead of talking about politics per se, like the last couple of videos, we're over it. I get it. We're talking about politics. We're talking about how women feel and the outcome of politics. Let's talk about dynamics between men and women and how we can be better as men, how women potentially could be better as women so we can, you know, heal the wounds. Today's video, with that being said, we are talking about Fugazee. We're talking about red pill content creators who are helping men be better men and get what they want out of life, and, you know, trying to guide and persuade men to giving them money for Fugazee courses and stuff like that, or just for views and clicks. Today we're looking at Abba and Preach's video on update. Red pillers hate single moms so much they can't stop dating them. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's based on the Fugazee podcast. I don't know if you've heard a lot about it recently, but let's get straight to it. And please check out the original content creators as well.
When I tell you guys all these red pillers are scammers, this is what I mean. I feel like red pillers date single moms more than the average person. For a movement that yells and moans about single moms as much, that so many of them date these women. Why do you think these guys go either for single moms, 18-year-olds, or are they trying to import? You notice a pattern between all three of these? Mm-hmm. There's an update to the previous story that we were on. Please share this with me.
Fellas, this is why I tell y'all got to be careful about where y'all get y'all relationship / life advice from these guys on this internet, on these podcasts. Yesterday I made a video about that Fugazee coolie dude or whatever, talking about being a top tier man. I always kind of knew dude was a little buddy. Yeah, so here's the clip.
Don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
So you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on.
That's why he said that. That's why he talked the way he talked. That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why he's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to.
Not me.
From hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids.
The way this mother said that.
So I'm not familiar with this cinematic universe. So I decided to look up a couple of this dude's clips, and it's just him ragging on single moms all day long and how they're not wifey material.
So if you are a single mother, single mothers normally don't have good character, generally speaking, because they chose the wrong man, meaning that they normally broke up the relationship. Single moms show the worst characteristic traits, to be honest. No, what single mothers show is that you're
I'm just going to pause it for just a second. Almost halfway through the video that I'm going to record. I'm not going to go through the whole video. Fugazee. Mr. Fugazee, very fitting name. It's crazy because a lot of these red pill, you know, Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, now this guy, Fugazee podcast, like y'all preach a lot of these things, the same talking points, like pearly things and all that stuff, bro. And then y'all live a completely different life than what you guys are, you know, preaching. You're not practicing it. So it's just so you're lame. You're super lame. Like
Fish, because you prioritize yourself over the kid. If you prioritize the kid, you would have worked through thick and thin to keep that relationship with the father.
A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky. Mind you, getting her knocked up because she's currently pregnant, not even married to her. They've been together since 2017.
Oh.
And has yet to put a ring on her finger.
Corny.
So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses.
Why'd you hold the? And we got a little mixed baby over here. Why'd you hold his head like that? That was that.
We got a black Santa,
And I have the white ones.
and let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Like all the boxes were checked. Cringy interracial couple content.
Yeah.
She's begging to be proposed to. She's a single mother. All of these things that he tells you in clips like this.
As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile?
I'm able to do everything else, whether or not I have a baby or not. I still can be a great wife.
Yeah, listen, single moms, recreational use only.
Do you mean
Okay.
Time out. Let's
Recreational use only. Ain't that some shit? Like, it's okay, bro. Like, I kind of get what, hear me out. I get where he's coming from when he's saying, like, you know, like maybe avoid individuals who might have extra baggage if you are a young bachelor. Just like if you are a lady, maybe avoid a man that already has multiple kids, especially from multiple women already. It's more baggage. I get that. I understand that makes sense. But saying that like they're all recreational use or they're just like they're a lost cause, I think that is just, that's extreme. That's very extreme. It's like saying all men who are my height, my size, the way I look, physique, whatever, or like body type, we're all boys, or we're just, you know, you should avoid us men because we're top tier men according to Fugazee here. You know, we're 6'4", we're black, make decent amount of money. You know.
reverse it real quick.
No, keep it going. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Looks like you're doing more than recreational use with her, buddy.
Yeah.
Talking about being with someone as recreational.
Recreational.
Crazy.
That is pretty wild. That's
Crazy.
I mean,
now that's misogyny. That is actual misogyny. Yes, it is. We found it. Ladies and gentlemen, we found it.
it's not crazy because that's what these guys talk about all the time. Hold up, that's what that Donovan Sharp used to say. That's not even his line. That's a Donovan Sharp line.
Sure.
This is all that same red pill shit.
I was a single mom. And yes, listen, I know single moms are bad and this and that and the other, but we all got to start somewhere. Don't commit to them.
To me, it's just the audacity of
And I remember he was found out to like literally date a single mom that was older than him. And he was the same individual, once again, the red pill space and just like, you know, alpha men, blah, 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 all this other shit, right? He's the same individual that's talking about how you shouldn't date women who are older than you, shouldn't date women who have kids, you shouldn't date women who are overweight, blah, 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 all this other stuff. He literally is dating a woman who is above his age, who has a kid from another man and is overweight. Like, what are you this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, y'all get him out of here, bro. Just like Derek Jackson. Y'all remember Derek Jackson? Get him out of here. Anyone who is out here saying one thing and then preach it, like, you know, practicing another completely, get him out of here.
like you know what, you want to have this goofy ideology, that's fine, go live that life. But you not even living it. And you broadcast the fact that you not living it. They're all scammers. If they're not all scammers, it's like a coin flip. Actually, that's not even true because I'm being generous by saying it's 50-50. The odds are even lower than that. It's like skydiving without a parachute. You probably gonna land on a scammer.
Yeah.
I got no words. I got no words.
You got no.
It's the audacity. I don't know how these people live with themselves. I don't know how they scam. But more importantly, I don't know how y'all keep falling for it. Y'all be up in these comments being like, ooh, woo, ooh, woo. Ooh, woo, king. Meanwhile, he going to ooh, woo with his single mom. And then he telling you and shaming you for... I feel like red pillars date single moms more than the average person. Like, it's actually mind-blowing to me.
It's crazy.
For a movement that yells and moans about single moms as much, that so many of them date these women. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just crazy how like at this point, anytime someone will tell me don't date single moms, I'm like, how many kids are you a stepdaddy to? That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna start thinking. It costs you nothing not to do this. You could probably still make a bunch of red pill points and not say this goofy ass shit. You know what I think it is?
Minutes ago.
I don't think these kinds of guys can actually get the women that they want. So they go for women who are having a little bit more of a difficult situation or willing to accept more things. Why? Because, like, listen, for some single moms out there, not all, but some, they're willing to accept a little bit more. Why? Because they want that companionship. Because people do judge them for having children.
Their standards are lower.
If this BBL Becky didn't have no kids, she wouldn't be with him.
Probably not.
Why else would he get with
Probably
a BBL Becky with kids if he could get another one? Why would he go in contravention with his own ideology if he could get the same type of girl without kids?
That's a good point.
So they talk about, I make six figures, this and that. I'm over this height, this and that. But then you still end up with the single mom that you be yelling about. I don't even believe you can get what you want. Your whole business model is predicated on the ability of you knowing the truth and you being able to get what you want. But you don't. Why do you think these guys go either for single moms, 18-year-olds, or fobs fresh off the boat? Or, you know, or are they trying to import? You notice a pattern between all three of these? What is it?
There's a standards that are lower, either because they don't have the connection or they don't know better, or because their standards are lower because they know that
They're
they got
easier to prey
a
on.
baggage that is right there.
Right. All of these people are more malleable, more easily controlled.
Exactly.
That's perfect for dudes like these who got these insecurities, who not good with themselves.
Well said. And there's the video. Let's give my final thoughts. Right? So the whole Fugazee, you know, not just the podcaster, but Fugazee, Red Pillar, content creators, all the individuals who are out here saying, hey, here's my course on being, you know, having the most slickest mouthpiece in the world, being a pickup artist back in the early 2000s, you know, when YouTube was fresh and stuff like that. You know, you have those individuals and, you know, whatever. You guys need to stop. You are literally causing us to have an influx of boys who are pretending to be men, boy men who are out here thinking that they are men for following you other boy men's out there making content talking about this, that, and third about women and how men should be, how women should be, but then you live a completely different lifestyle. And then you're over here even trying to scam guys out of certain things. That's my problem with like Andrew Tate. Like Andrew Tate, he had a lot of things that he said weren't false per se. It's the way you say it sometimes, and like the way, the demeanor, just the cadence, just the way he is and the way he presents himself. Comes off very misogynistic, comes off very like, you know, extremist. It's just that you're over here trying to sell course to people and other men who are looking for that guidance, and you're scamming them thousands of dollars just so they can be a complete shithead and an asshole who no women wants to be around with. And then you have individuals like this who are on podcasts and they're living a completely different lifestyle than what they're preaching. And it's just all lies, bro. Like out here saying that single mothers are recreational use. It's a pretty wild thing to say. Like we crack jokes here on the channel all the time, but that is a pretty wild thing to say. And to say it with confidence in front of a camera and microphone and posting on the world, you know, for the world to see and standing by it, which is ridiculous. It's pretty wild. I think that a lot of individuals out here, if you have any kind of level of integrity, and I'm even speak for myself, I'm not a perfect individual. We talk about a lot of these topics on this channel often. You can see there's over 85 different videos at this point on the channel. We talk about these heavy topics or topics that have to do with like men and women or just men or just women, dynamics and all that. And I truly do, and I mean this, I'm looking at you right in your face, even though you're not there, it's a camera, but I truly do try my hardest to live up to my own, you know, things that I preach and I think things I say, because why would I not? If I'm trying to be a voice, not the face, but just a voice, a platform for what I believe in, and I believe in the family unit. I believe in families being together, men and women working together and not trying to just give up and hate each other and all that other BS, bro. Like if I truly believe in that stuff, why would I go up on here, on this platform, in front of this microphone, this camera, right? And I would say one thing, but then I would practice a complete different thing. And you can even ask my friends, family members, the lady that I'm with, like you can, I'm trying to keep it as real as possible because It has to be like that. Someone who needs to really see this, maybe the younger version of myself, like I made a video about this before, might need to see this. And this can affect people drastically. It can affect men drastically. It can affect relationships drastically. Just from somebody feeling a little insecure and they go on the internet and they're watching this content and then they're, perverting it into a way that it doesn't align with them, but they're trying to make it align with themselves and push it into their relationship with their partner. And it just screws everything up. You have a lot of responsibility creating a platform like this. So for all those individuals who are doing this, especially if they're doing this on purpose, we all make mistakes. Again, I'm not perfect. But if you're doing this on purpose and you know what you're doing, you. You're a terrible person. And you need to stop, because there are a lot of men who are actually watching and taking note of what you're saying. And that affects relationships, affects marriages and the dynamics between men and women, which is what we talk about here on the channel. And you can tell me your thoughts of what you think about stuff like this, Fugazee podcast, Red Pillars, and stuff like that. Or do you think there are any legitimate ones? We are truth seekers, and we are here to be honest and real. The good, the bad, and the ugly, we're going to talk about it here on the channel, and then hold ourselves accountable, and myself included. Right? So if you think that's cool and you want to subscribe and check out some more videos, please do that. Like button as well, notification bell too. And I will check you guys out on the next video. And you guys stay safe, be safe. Do not follow Fugazee podcast. And y'all have a nice one. See ya.